Yeah, you guys actually have done a pretty darn good job with, especially with the addition of Garkin last session. You guys have actually done really well. I mean, you've basically discovered everything in the southern end. And you guys had some really high DCs to get past that secret door, which really helped you out. And now you guys found this room that had a giant cage that was mangled also. And there were a couple of kobolds that were sleeping in there. You guys basically dispatched them super quickly, and we ended with a long rest in this empty room. And I believe you had done a ritual, Gretch, to
I
keep...
did. Having leveled up, I took an opportunity to find a familiar, and Jot just so happened to be nearby, and he has agreed to continue adventuring with us while we're here.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll hang out with you there, Gretch, as long as you keep me fed. You just keep my belly full and give me a little bit of treasure now and then. And yeah, I think we'll be a great duo. We'll kind of be like peas and carrots, you know?
Don't worry, little buddy. We'll take care of this.
How about the Mount Hope Now burger?
Oh, the Mount Hope Now. Hell, I've heard of that. That's a big thing down in the elemental chaos.
I tell you what, we get out of here, I'll buy you one.
I'm going to hold you to that there, Snapperhead.
Go for it. I'll buy you two if you want.
You can tell Jot's sort of like a smart ass. And he's doing this while invisible too, so you guys are hearing this voice, but you don't see Jot. So adventurers, seeing that you've had your long rest, and the elf that was accompanying you, Makan, as you guys were, having your long rest, he disappeared while he was on watch. Didn't say anything to any of you. So now the party that was 5 is now down to 4. So it's only going to get that much more hectic and dangerous for you guys. So what say you, adventurers? Where are you going to go? You've got so much to explore here still.
Tally-ho.
I mean, we're missing someone from a party, right? There hasn't been an intrusion into the room, like the door, because we had barred the door with spikes and stuff, so they look intact.
Yeah, Makan was... Well, the spikes are not on the inside of the door anymore, but he had last watch. But he just kind of slipped out and disappeared, Elias. Didn't even leave... In fact, he did leave a note. It said, "Sorry, my friends, but I just found out that I'm going to have a little one, and I have to head back to Waterdeep."
He must be going to take care of your old lady, Elias.
Unfortunately, I knocked up some winch, so now I got to take care
distract her. Still amazed you got any mail down here. That's impressive.
You've got lots of different ways that you guys can go. You guys have a...
We have to be very careful.
Yeah.
All right, guys, y'all ready to tear out?
And you guys are definitely in kobold territory, too, because you've seen quite a few. Especially in this, what appears to be some type of maybe large cage that's been, literally, one side of it's been tore apart. The door is basically knocked off of the hinges. Found some loots, killed a couple of kobolds in there. There's a door to the northeastern corner of the room. There's the long hall that was still going past your dark vision that was traveling to the west. You could see that there was a corridor that was starting to travel north. What say you, adventurers? I'm excited. Things are going to get hectic now.
I'm almost tempted to go to the northeast corner and go that way.
I was going to say, I'm looking at the map that I've been drawing, and if we go north and east, it should take us back towards the front. So it's probably like a dead end, but maybe it's a check.
I'm just concerned that long hallway is going to lead to a lot more critters.
You definitely know that there's a whole tribe of those things in here. That's for sure.
Yeah, I think.
Can we check the floor for traffic patterns to see if there's like where the dungeons people have been traveling?
Yeah, well, I'm not even going to make you do a check for that, Barlin, because there's tracks that are leading kind of in every direction. There are a lot of tracks that are going there. The majority of these tracks, which you can tell are kobold tracks because of the claw marks that they have that's in the dust and all of the other fodder that's on the floor. They're basically traveling in a westerly direction where I put the green arrow. Now there are some tracks here by this door up where Elias is, but the majority of them, they go to the west.
Guys, how about we go to the west for a little bit to see, because we need to find these kids.
I'm game.
Give me a perception check. Whoever's looking at the prints, trying to ascertain what types of creatures these are, how many there are. Give me a perception check or an investigation check. Whatever's better for you. Just go ahead and roll that. You can throw it in the tower. Barlin, man, clutch. Barlin is a knowledge cleric. He is a total skill monkey, which is good. All right, Barlin. You actually see a couple humanoid footprints mixed in with everything, which are actually covered up with... And you had a great roll, so you kind of had a clutch. You had a clutch roll. Because you're such a skill monkey, you know what I mean? Now, these humanoid footprints, there's a couple sets of them, and they're kind of covered up by the kobold footprints. But they look like they travel out of the door to the north, where Elias is. Nice roll.
All right. I'll let the party know that it looks like we have some human footprints that have been covered up by the kobold tracks that are heading towards the north.
All right. Well, Eli's already at the... Just dropped a whole bunch of stuff here. Eli's at the door, and he's probably checking it for traps.
All right. Investigation or perception? You all right there, Elias?
Yeah, I accidentally dropped it on the map and then dropped it on the...
It's your first time playing?
It's been a couple weeks, man. Hold on.
I know. It's been too long.
There.
You don't notice anything, except for that the door is unlocked. You do notice that. But you don't see any other tripwires or anything like that. Not in plain view, anyways.
Well, I've known that my senses have deceived me in the past, so...
Don't you love the dice tower?
I asked for that little spear that we have, and I'll use that to push the door open.
Okay. It opens up. Nothing happens, surprisingly. Not this time, anyways. It's a corridor that goes about 25 feet. You can see it turns right.
I'll still tap... Yeah, I'll still use it to tap the floors, but I'll head on it.
Sure. I'll tell you what, if there's anything that that you would possibly notice, like a pit trap or anything like that, I'll just roll a stealth check versus your passive perception. So, because when I say, hey, give me a perception check, everybody's starting to wonder and everybody's prepared for something. I want to keep the element of surprise, so I'll do stealth, which is not bad. Your passive perception is pretty good. So, all right. So the corridor turns to the right, heads back down south, And as you turn the corner, what's
I
that?
stop a moment and ask the rest of the party, should we be doing this in some sort of order? I don't know if I'm the best one to be at the front.
Mm-hmm. See another corridor that's about 40 feet, 50 feet long, and a stone and wooden door all the way down at the ends on the northern wall.
I'll stick with you. So I'll try and help you.
Alrighty, I'll get to this door and I will check it again.
All right. He's so cautious now, isn't he? He had a couple of these traps blow up in his face.
Near-death experiences will do that to a man, yes.
Yes, they will. Oh, I love it. Oh, awesome, yeah. There's nothing. This is just a plain door, like most of the other doors in this place. Ceiling's about 15 foot high still, as well. You know, there's puddles of water. You can hear everything dripping and whatnot. Now, as you push the door open, it's a 25 by 20 foot room, and this is pretty much empty. I mean, there's nothing in here except for a bunch of piles of rat shit, some, stone that has crumbled from the ceiling, crumbled from the walls. There's a lot of old blood stains in here, but no corpses, no bones, nothing like that. What appear to be blood stains, of course, they've darkened over time and they've become really flaky. But there's another door.
How are the tracks looking here?
There are some tracks in here, and they're pretty noticeable. They're noticeable tracks. It's like I said, it's a mixture of the small humanoid prints, which you can see the claw marks for being kobolds, and you can also see that there are some larger humanoid footprints, probably the size of humans or maybe a dwarf or an elf or something like that. But they're kind of mixed in, and they lead to that door to the north.
Barlin steps up and put his hands on Elias's shoulder and says, I know you've done some pretty risky things in the past, but you're the man. And he cast inspiration on him.
Oh.
I appreciate that, Barlin. I just rolled, but I appreciate that.
Ooh. Scared of that door in front of you, aren't you?
You want me to roll it again? Because I rolled it before, but...
Let's see. Oh, you did another one. I like that. You just push the door open. You're starting to get pretty confident here.
I'm getting a little too cocky. The cocky lies back.
Yeah, you're getting pretty confident here. So, as you open up the door to this room, there's dust everywhere. There's all kinds of stony debris, rubble. I mean, it's just scattered all over the floor. Now, the thing that really catches your eye is this beautiful fountain that is on the eastern wall, your right-hand side. Now, even though it's looks like it's a little worn with time, it's made out of that white and black swirling type of marble that you've seen in a couple of other places. The fountain is there's a basin, as you can see, and then over the basin, there is a dragon that is arching over the basin. It doesn't protrude past the basin, but it has an open mouth as it's kind of got its wings spread a little bit. And it's a beautiful, beautiful statue of a dragon, which kind of fits the theme of this place. Every time it seems like you guys have found a statue or a carving, it's always of a dragon. And on the western wall is no different, because on the western wall there is a stone door with a beautiful dragon etched on that, and there's like a head with an open mouth on it.
Dave, can I inspect the dragon's mouth, see if there's anything in it?
On which one? The The fountain on the right or the
yeah.
left? Okay, sure. Yeah. Give me a perception check or an investigation, whatever's better for you. All right. Gretch, you're inspecting this fountain. It has a layer of real slimy, almost dried scum that's at the fountain's basin. And it's pretty much dry. There's a little bit of moisture still in the slime, but there hasn't been any liquid in this thing for quite some time. Now, at the bottom of this basin, there are some symbols in a language, and let's see who understands this. And I'm going to use the language filter, which is an awesome feature by Fantasy Grounds. So if you can understand it, that's what, and you know, these are the symbols that you see at the base of the basin's front. And I see a couple of you can read it, and you guys can actually tell that it's this inscription, sort of worn away, is written in Draconic. And that's what it says.
I formed a party that it says, "Let there be fire," and ask everybody to step back from the well.
So before you do that, and before everybody starts to step back, as you say, "Let there be fire," all of a sudden, a very hot-looking reddish liquid begins to pour from the dragon's mouth. That's kind of diving, looks like it's kind of diving into the basin. All of a sudden, the basin starts to accumulate this very hot-looking reddish liquid. It doesn't look like, it's not like it's like a magma from like a volcano or anything. It just looks like it's a very hot, boiling red liquid. And it has a very steamy smell to it too, as the aroma starts to fill the room.
Does it just seem like it's hot, or is it actually hot?
No, you can actually go over to the basin and you can kind of like do the old campfire thing and rub your hands together and put your palms over the basin. And yeah, you can feel heat coming out of the basin. You can definitely. It's not a scalding heat or anything like that, but it is warm for sure. And then on that western door, that etching of that dragon, it's basically a skeletal dragon. It's a Draco Lich. And on that door, there is another inscription. And I will put this into the chat for all of you Draconic speakers that are fluent with Draconic.
I'll motion, since I'm Eli's focused on the door, so I'll motion to Barlin. There's some writing here. I can't really make it out.
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
Traps. I'll be checking that door.
Sure. Give me a perception check, investigation check in the tower. And we'll let you know. Oh man, you're so clutch. What are all those? Did you get a double bonus there? Maybe an extra D4. But anyway, even with the -2, you do notice you had a really nice roll. I mean, you had like a 25, and I usually don't tell you what the rolls are, but you had a really nice roll, which is really good for you, and it's good for your party members because you definitely see a sort of like an outline on the ceiling, and it's rather large, and it looks like it would probably just about cover this entire room. And you kind of, you're looking, okay, so there's something on the ceiling that's probably going to drop down, and on the floor there is a line that's also, you can see it at the base of the door. So if you were to open the door, because the door pulls towards you, you would have basically tripped the wire, and something's going to give you the Shanghai surprise from above.
Yeah, all right. I'll point it out to the team, to the group. I'll be like, I'll see if I can disarm it, but might be best we. There is a hallway off to the north there. If you want to just continue, skip this door for now.
It's an average. You've seen this before. It's going to definitely drop something out of the ceiling. Now, what's going to come out? You have no clue. But you could probably put, if you have a python or something like that, you could definitely wedge a python down there and basically hold the cord in place to where it won't stretch and activate the trap. But you'll need your thieves' tools and all that stuff.
Yeah, which I have. I'll still ask them to, head over to the other room just in case I make an error, which is unlikely, but still.
As soon as I move over to the door, I'm going to read the inscription that's on it.
Whoa.
I wouldn't do that verbally. Make sure I get out of the room first.
Make sure you use that inspiration that I gave you.
In our friend of last, don't we?
We just saw what happened with this fountain. I don't know if there's another inscription if we want to read that out loud.
There's another corridor that's going to the north, and you can see that this corridor opens up both east and west. All right, so Elias, what say you with the door? Did anybody want to move out of the room before Elias started breaking out his tools and whatnot?
Yes, please. I want to move north.
I'm going to move to the south.
Okay.
Let's move north.
Everybody is scattering like cockroaches. I love it.
South is actually the better option because we've been there already.
All right. So where do you want Jot to go? You want Jot to
right
go
behind me.
Garkin, where are you going? You going to stand right beside Elias and hold his hand and say, "Good luck, young prince"?
No, I'm going to step back. I'm not going to get no way.
Good luck, my sweet prince.
By the power of Grayskull.
Oh my gosh.
I got this. Just in case.
Good luck, young Padawan. Because you're starting to sweat.
Spare the dying spell.
Yeah, he's breaking out his tools and his mirrors and picks.
Hot liquid's coming out the other door, so they're the wall. So
it's staying in the basin. It's not like it's not coming out at such a feverish pace that it's going to overflow the basin, and it looks like it's draining also. That's true.
I asked the Gretch if he has any idea about that liquid in the basin.
Can I do an Arcana check?
I'll let you do an Arcana check, and I'll even let you do it because you're a tiefling, Gretch. I'll let you do that with advantage. Because you're a tiefling, and you may have seen this before.
All right, what should I roll here?
Okay, that's good. That's a good roll. Now, in the fountain, you're like, wow, this is sort of a jackpot. Because this is like a huge potion of fire breath. So if you have any glass vials, you can fill up some vials and have some potions of fire breath. That's if anybody thought about getting any glass vials.
Anybody got any glass vials or empty bottles or anything like that you can empty out real quick?
We did
have some potions. Didn't we use some potions?
I can fill up my water skin in it.
I'll let you. I don't know if that would be a good idea. Not the leather water skin.
Right through the water skin.
It'd be like when I was a kid. I had a styrofoam cooler, and my dad just got this brand new weed eater that was gas powered that needed the mixture with the blue fluid that you'd put in it. So the gas can was already full. So I took a styrofoam cooler over to the convenience store behind the house, and I actually, like a knucklehead, I put gas in the goddamn styrofoam cooler. It just disintegrated it instantly. Lady ran out, "What in the hell are you doing, you dumbass?" That's pretty much how I envision this liquid just melting your water skin. What in the hell are you doing, dumbass?
There's also that table in the back that might have had some files. But anyways, I'll try this here. Do I roll what, Thieves' Tools or?
Yes, for sure. Let's see. What do we have here? Where are you getting two bonus fours?
Oh, I don't know. Should only be one, right? I think.
Should be, yeah. But even with the -2, you're good to go. So you take a python or spike, whatever you got, just take it off of your sheet.
Yeah, I got
and jam it in there, and now you can open up the door and not have to worry about the Shanghai surprise that is up in the ceiling that's waiting for you. Opening the door.
Dave, I'm going to pull out my mess kit and pull out my cup, my tin cup, and see if I can scoop some of that red liquid out of the basin into it.
Sure, you can do that. I guess you're going to be sloshing it around, just carrying around with it, like sort of like a homeless guy carrying a cup around. And some spare change. Has anybody used any healing potions yet? I don't even think you guys have used any healing pots yet.
I know we have.
No, not yet.
I guess no one used it.
Here's a DM hint for you. Next time you go, grab a couple glass vials.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what. Instead of using that, instead of using your tin cup, which I think is hilarious anyway, we'll say that back in the room where the cell was, we'll say that there was a glass vial, an empty glass vial with a cork. So if you guys want one of these, but then again, you can still put that in a cup if you want to, because that would actually be kind of funny if anything happened. So who wants a potion of fire breath? Who wants the glass vial of the potion breath?
I'm all right. I'll just open this door once now that it's secure.
Okay.
Well, I'll take it if nobody else does, but I still want to carry it around in my little cup.
All right. So let me give.
I'll walk around like Hugh Hefner, sloshing my drink around.
If he's going to carry around
any ice cubes.
If he's going to carry around the cup, I'll carry it around the vial, because if the cup ends up dumping, I don't want to lose the vial.
I'll add another one for you. I'll let you guys have two.
I'll get 10 poisoning.
And let's see. Gretch, you wanted one too?
Just one.
Here we go. All right, they're on your sheets. Should be identified and all that stuff. So, okay, the room. You get that lock, and I'll even you can find out what's in that false panel up on the ceiling. If you want to stand, somebody wants to let you stand on their back, you can find that out a little bit later. But as you open the door, this is what you see. You basically see 5 old dusty stone sarcophagus or sarcophagi. There's 3 on the north wall. There's 2 on the south wall. And at the very end of the chamber, which is to the west, there is a beautiful altar. And of course, there are dragons, images of dragons that are carved into the black obsidian, which is what this altar is made of. And there is a single candle that is burning very brightly on the altar, which is making the entire chamber have dim light. Now, as you guys walk into this chamber, to this sanctuary, you can see that there are elves that are on each one of the lids of these sarcophagi. There are these elf-like humanoids that, they're etched and they have like these ceremonial robes and stuff. So it looks like this might have possibly been an old elven fortress many, many years ago, before the dragon moved in.
Well, any of you can make sense of this. I really don't want to disturb any final resting places, but
My God, first time my adventurers don't want to open up sarcophagus.
that's
All right, I want to kind of scan the room, and do I see any markings or glyphs or symbols or anything like that? Specifically, any more draconic writing?
No, but you do see some symbols in another language, and I will put that into the chat also. So let's see who understands this. So there's some dwarvish stuff that I'm going to put in there. And that's what the symbols look like. And these symbols are on a whistle. And it's a beautiful whistle, and it's beside the candle. And it's made of a crystal. And it's beautiful. It has dragon etchings on it as well. Now, give me a perception check, seeing that you're looking around, Barlin.
I'll do that without casting guidance, since it's just a perception.
Yeah, you don't see anything else. Anybody else looking around, or that whistle kind of caught your eye,
yeah.
though, and it's in dwarvish. A couple of you guys can read it, so. But like I said, there's the whistle is actually made of crystal, and the candle's just continually burning.
I called the Gretch in and had him take a look at this whistle and let him know what the runes on it state.
Before I go in there, can I get a drink from this fountain?
You want to take a drink from the fountain with the? Let's see, the potion of fire breath. Sure. You can take a drink. You can take a drink. Yeah.
Okay. I hear my name called, and I pop in.
Okay. So you know that you'll be able to basically breathe this, as a bonus action within the next hour.
Yep.
Okay, well, Garcon's going to point out that whistle says the night caller on it.
Yeah, it says night caller.
Night caller?
Yeah.
all right. So we're not blowing that whistle, right?
I don't know.
I'm gonna go with no.
I'm half tempted.
Really?
We're trying Arcana check. Sounds as if it may produce darkness.
So as you guys take the whistle off of the altar, all of a sudden the room starts to shake feverishly, and all of a sudden the lids just explode, and you just get bombarded with all of these chunks of stone from the lids, and up out of these sarcophagi pop 5 skeletons.
Pitch me the whistle.
Yeah. So you guys were expecting it, because it did rumble for about 5 to 10 seconds. So you were looking around going, oh crap. And then all of a sudden the lids burst open, and roll initiative. You've got 5 skeletons. And these skeletons, they look like this as well. Wretched looking things. Undead. Okay, adventurers, everybody rolled. It looks like they have. Wow, you guys rolled bad. The skeletons, it looks like, have gotten the upper advantage on the initiative rolls here. So, Barlin, this skeleton here takes his short sword and cackling swings at you and misses with a 14. The next skeleton that's in the back attacks Gretch with its short sword, swinging and hitting with a 14. So Gretch, you're gonna take a total of 7 piercing damage from the short sword. So
Ouch.
yeah, you're in pretty bad shape. The next skeleton, which is right in front of you, Gretch, is going to attack you as well. It swings violently and hits you with a 17. And Gretch goes down from taking 6 more piercing damage.
No.
Gretch, you are unconscious and you're going to death saving throws. Barlin, you're up. As the tiefling just hits the ground. It gets clobbered a couple times.
Well, Barlin sees the demise of the wizard and decides he will intervene and cast Cure Wounds on the wizard.
Nice. Very nice. You get back 8 life. You come to, it's like as soon as you black out, your whole life just flies in front of your eyes. And you're still going to be prone, so I'm going to drop the prone condition on you. But you're awake as you see Barlin standing over you. Anything else for you, Barlin?
Nope, we're going to move on.
All right. So the skeleton here in the back, it notices the divine energy that's coming from you, Barlin. So it has a short bow. It's going to go to the corner of the room. It's climbing out of the sarcophagi, going over to the corner of the room, shooting its short bow at you, and the arrow strikes you with a 17 versus armor class, piercing you for a total of 5 damage. The arrow lands in your shoulder. Elias, what say you as you see all of this unfolding in front of you?
This is entertaining. All right. Tempting as that may be, I'm going to go this way because I could do far more effective damage. Fighting here because I have a little cantrip called Green Flame.
Okay.
And, of course, Sneak Attack since my buddies are nearby.
Oh, yeah. I got you, Bannock. So we've had our first perk that's been purchased by the viewers.
Oh.
And unfortunately, it's for the monsters. You can thank Bannock for purchasing one that's called This Monster Loves You. The next skeleton attacking its target will get an automatic crit.
Wow.
Yes.
The one fan who is like has a gambling addiction.
Yeah. He's gambled all of his gold to get that buff for you, for the monsters, so.
Now, I want to know how this, so the green flame blade, I just hit the...
yeah, once you roll your attack, and if it's a hit, then you can splash the damage on the other adjacent monster.
On the adjacent one, okay.
Yeah. And then once you get higher level, you'll actually do damage to both as you get higher level, which is pretty cool. I think that's at level 5, if I'm not mistaken. So roll your attack first.
Hitting that one, and... Where's my attack? Here we go. Rapier.
All right, that's a solid hit. An 18 versus a skeleton. You've hit it. Now you'll get sneak attack. Yep, hit it with sneak attack.
Drop the damage on. I think it turns it on. So.
Yeah, I'm feeling pretty confident. Yeah, okay. The skeleton takes 10 damage. Now you take the green flame pendant and drop it on skeleton number 5, and it'll give it a little bit of damage. I think 1 damage or something like that, 2 damage, whatever modifier is or something.
It's 1d8, right?
I don't know if it's 1d8. 1d8 would be for you at a higher level, I think. Do you have green flame blade on your sheet?
Yeah, but it's on my sheet. Yeah.
I think it's a d6, isn't it?
Let's open it up. Let's see. On a hit, the target suffers the attack's normal effects, and the green flame jumps to the creature of your choice that you can see within 5 feet of it. The second creature will take fire damage equal to your spellcasting ability modifier. Now at level 5, yeah, like I was saying, at level 5, then that's when you'll get the additional D8. Yeah.
Oh, I see. Okay, so I dropped a little damage here.
Yep.
Onto it. Is this correct? Oh, wait, it's showing 0.
Okay, now let's see. Let's open this up and fix your. Let's fix the damage really quick. So what is your modifier? So you really don't have one. So well, yeah. Are you going Arcane Trickster or what? How
This is the feat.
This?
This is from the human feat. Human being.
Okay, so in your human feat, it will tell you what it will tell you what your ability modifier will be. Is it going to be intelligence or what? You'll have to open it up and look. And then we'll change the damage for Green Flame Blade. So, all right, let's see.
These are sorcerer. I think it was sorcerer.
Okay, so if it's it'll be intelligence because this is basically a wizard spell. So what we'll do is for the stat we'll do intelligence. So if you have any intelligent bonus, which you do, you have a +2. Now you'll see that your bonus your damage will be +2. So now you can go ahead and take that damage pendant and drop it on there. And there you go. 2 damage is splashed over to the skeleton that's beside it. All right, take any movement you want, and we'll go to the next skeleton, which you can thank Banach for giving you a crit Garkin. So it is going to automatically crit you. Man, that's pretty vicious. That is pretty brutal.
Yes, thanks.
He says thanks. All right, so let's go with a crit, and we'll do it with the short sword. And Garkin, you're going to take a total of 7 piercing damage from the short sword. All right, so next is Gretch.
Can I take an action while prone?
You can. If you attack, it will be with disadvantage or anything like that.
That's fine. I'm going to cast Burning Hands. I need a 15-foot cone.
I think that's the exception to the rule because Burning Hands is
breathe on them.
Yeah. So Burning Hands, be careful because that's going to bounce back off of that wall. You know that because what is it, 15 foot? So if you got 5 foot in front of you, it's going to bounce back and hit you and pretty much everybody else. It would hit you and Gretch. Actually, it would hit everybody. It would hit Barlin and Elias. So I don't think that would be a good thing. It'd be like placing a fireball, thinking that you're going to just put the fireball in the corner of the room and there's going to be no concussive blast to it. So you have that. You still have that Dragon Breath potion.
Yeah, I'm actually going to use Dragon Breath on the one directly in front of me as a bonus action.
Okay.
How do I do that?
Okay, we don't have that on your sheet. So what we'll do is I'm going to go back over here, open this up, go to the potion. I'm going to read the mechanics. And I believe there is a dexterity saving throw involved. So there is.
Yep.
And let's see. A bonus action, you exhale the fire at a target within 30 feet. All right. Wow, it's 46 damage. So what we're going to do is I am going to... Which one are you going to breathe it at? Number 5?
Yeah, number 5.
Okay. I will go ahead and do a dexterity saving throw. The DC is 13. Oops, I'll take the first roll. So it was successful. So roll 46, and I will still take half the damage because on a save, the target still takes half. So nice utilization of your bonus action as you breathe this fire and scorch him. All right, so the skeleton's going to take 12 fire, basically halved. It'll be 6, and that'll be on skeleton number 5. It is heavily wounded.
to follow that up, since that was a bonus action, I'm going to Firebolt, the same one.
Do you want to stand up? It'll take half your movement. There's no attacks of opportunity for standing up, so I would recommend
Will I be able to attack
standing
afterward?
up. Absolutely. When you stand up, all it does is cost half of your movement. So if you stand up and you have 30 feet movement, you're down to 15 for the round. Pretty nice. So let me take prone off of you. So you're now standing up, and now you won't get disadvantage on your attack. So blast away, young Padawan. That's a 12. Ouch. It's a miss. Yeah, it basically, as you were just fixing to, release your spell, the skeleton hits your hand away, and it goes shooting off, hitting the ceiling, and some rubble kind of rains on all of you. All right, Gretch, you can move if you want to, and I'd love to give you an attack of opportunity. So let's go with Garkin. Let's go with Garkin.
All right. Well, I got this skeleton right in front of me. I think probably the one that created me there. So
thanks to Bannock, huh?
My warhammer.
Yeah, go for it. Thanks, Bannock. That's a hit with a 13. So Bannock has kind of redeemed himself, and he's bought another perk for you guys. It's called Do It To Me One More Time. And this perk is going to allow one of you guys to re-roll any attack, saving throw, or skill check. So I'll let Bannock in the chat tell me who he wants to give it to, and you'll have that to use till the end of the game. It's called Do It To Me One More Time. Oh yeah, I'm pelvic thrusting in my chair here, so. Nice damage. The skeleton just shatters Garkin as you smash it with your warhammer. Nice job. All right, so what is Jot doing? And what do familiars do? I believe they actually take your, is it bonus actions or something like that?
I think so, yeah, let me check. Can you pop up his character sheet for me real fast?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, probably just drag it down there to the bottom of your screen.
Yeah, I was playing on it.
All right. So we'll come back to Jot. So we'll go to round 2 with the skeletons. They're going to continue to attack. Oh, when I closed it closed?
Yeah.
Okay,
that's fine. So I'll find it. I get it. It's fine.
There you go. No, I'm going to keep it down there at the bottom. All right, so skeleton's going to attack you, Barlin. It is still wielding its short sword. And it misses with a 10. The next skeleton attacks Elias with its short sword. Swinging wildly, hitting with a 19. And you take, 7 damage, so you're moderately wounded now.
Ouch.
Skeleton on Gretch will attack, fumbles its crit, and goes on to Barlin now.
Well, Barlin's going to pick his tin cup up with his action that he has in his left hand, and he's going to take a big sip out of it for his action. And then with his bonus action, he's going to breathe on skeleton number 5.
Okay. Very nice bonus action.
That's what 46, right?
It is. I got to do is dexterity saving throw first. So let's see. Let me do my dexterity saving throw, and I was successful. So you can still roll 46, and I'll take half the damage for number 5. And Elias, you have been rewarded a reroll for the night. Compliments of Bannock. You can do any saving throw, skill check, or attack roll. All right, so another 6 damage to skeleton number 5, and the flames just consume him, and he just basically bursts into 1,000 bits of bone, just flying everywhere, showering you guys. So skeleton number 5 is now incapacitated. Looks like the tide is starting to turn for the adventurers. Take any movement that you want to. Oh, Barlin, you got an action still, I think.
Yeah, is that okay? Is the the spot where the skeleton was, can that be stepped into, or is that
Sure can.
coming out of the crypt?
No, you can. It'll cost double movement because of the climbing into the sarcophagi. But yeah, you can go ahead and get in there. It's kind of rattling around and shaking a little bit, but
Okay,
sure,
so
you can do it.
Step in and draw my hand axe, and then smash the skeleton number 3.
What the hell was that in the background? Was that a cat or a dog?
That was my brother.
Nice. Nice smash. You hit it right upside the head. Its head spins around a couple times as its jaws flapping. Nice hit. You do a total of 6 to the skeleton. Let's drop that damage on it. All right. Well, looks like we double damaged it. That was my bad. All right. Anything else for you there, Barlin?
No, I'm
skeleton good. In the back of the room. It's going to continue to shoot. It's going to shoot at the closest target, which is Elias.
Nope.
It lets go of the arrow. It flies right past you, and it bounces off of the wall. Elias, you're up now.
All right. So reeling from this shot, I'll bring up my rapier to hit this guy again. Which one is this? Skeleton number 4.
Nice hit, 24 versus AC. Very nice, yeah. Skeleton is destroyed. Skeleton number 4 is now gone. Sounds like rolling a strike in a bowling alley. Just bits of bone flying everywhere.
So with him gone, I'll dance around over to occupy this guy.
Okay. That's good, because now that you've engaged him, he can't keep plinking you guys with arrows from range. So good job. All right, let's go to Dag. It looks like it's your turn.
All right, I'm going to firebolt the guy right in front of me.
Okay, that'll be with disadvantage because you're attacking it with an enemy in your face. So hit the DIS button in the lower left-hand corner. Let's see how this goes.
That's the wrong one. Hang on.
Oh.
Well, no, it's not.
No, it was disadvantage. Nice hit. Even with disadvantage, you had an 18 and 11. And, of course, taking the lowest, you hit with a 15. So you may go ahead and roll fire damage. Very nice. What a clutch roll with disadvantage. Wow. Very good.
Oh.
This skeleton, boom, yeah, drop the mic, man. This thing is done. Skeleton number 3 is incapacitated. This last skeleton's up shit creek without a paddle. So you can go ahead and take any movement you want, Dag. And Garkin, you're up now. Garkin can smell the blood in the water. He's like a shark. He's going to go over and just destroy this thing with his warhammer.
I sure am. Of course, I should have said that after I used the roll.
Nice hit. My spidey senses were correct. You hit him for 8. So you basically knock one of his arms off. Anything else for you?
Actually, I'll use lay on hands on Elias there to heal some of his damage.
Very nice. All right. Gotta love the paladins, man. And you got, what, a 10 hit point pool now? So.
Yep.
All right. Go ahead and drop that bad boy on there and get him healed up. Looks like you got a heal for 5. And what'd you find out about Jot? Can he even? I don't even think he can attack, can he?
He can, being a familiar. Actually. He's got claws in beast form, but he has to convert to a beast to do so.
Okay.
I'm going to let him just simmer, though. I think we've got this well in hand.
Okay. And we'll go over the mechanics of Jot also as a familiar. So round 3, you guys have done pretty good. You guys have eliminated these things pretty quick. Barlin, you're up.
You got this, man. Finish him off.
I believe with my movement I can get to there. Oh,
my God, he enlarged like a duergar. No!
right. And I'm going to pop him with my hand axe. Or at least attempt to. Oh.
Ooh, he dodges with his one arm. He dodges you. And sounds like the Crypt Keeper. His head spins around. Whoop, steam whistle comes up, you know. All right, so let's go ahead and attack. Wow, there's 3 of you guys. How about Garkin? Give me a d6 roll. A 1-2, it'll attack Barlin. 3-4 you. 5-6 Elias. This skeleton's head is spinning. It doesn't know who to attack. But it settles on Barlin as it takes its short sword and swings viciously at you and misses with a 14. Elias, you're now up.
So, seeing a little break in the skeleton's defense as he attacks Barlin, he'll hit him again, try to get a rapier in there into between his ribs and just break the skeleton down.
Break him, man. Oh, the skeleton's got 9 lives as it cackles at you as well. Gretch, can you take this thing out?
You bet your happy tail I can. I'm actually going to use my second fire breath on him.
Okay.
How are you going to do that?
It's 30 feet.
No. How do you have 2 of them? I'm kind of wondering. Did you have the potion too? Yeah, the potion. You had the one that you drank, and then you had
3
one.
times.
Can you do it 3 times?
The effect ends after you exhale the fire 3 times or within 1 hour when 1 hour's passed. So I have 2 more to use if an hour hasn't passed by yet.
That's super powerful. Yeah.
Thanks, Dave.
Go for it. Yeah.
So he needs to do a dex saving throw.
Yeah, let's do another dex saving throw. I'm 0 for 2 for dex saving throws here with the skeletons. No, I'm 1 for 3 now. No, 2 for 3. So I failed this, and this will take full damage of 46. 46 fire.
What? It didn't work.
Oh, yeah.
There we go.
14, yeah. This thing, he was almost down to begin with, and he's incapacitated. Nice job. You guys are out of combat.
I'm going to search over here by this altar since there's any world done. Is there anything special that I see that hasn't been looked at yet?
I'll tell you what, you can give me a perception check or an investigation check as you're kind of scoping out the altar, you know. But you've already taken the whistle. Whoever has the whistle, that's what activated all of these skeletons busting out of the sarcophagi and attacking you. So there's still this candle that is lit, and it stayed lit throughout the entire combat, even with all these weapons and spells going off. It's still stayed lit. But you look around the altar. You don't find anything significant except for the dwarven scripture that's on the front of it. And remember, you guys still all have an inspiration for the night too. And remember that dwarven scripture. It said Nightcaller. Nightcaller. So anybody else looking around in here?
Yeah, Garcon's checking out the sarcophagi.
Okay.
I want to look at this candle too.
Okay.
You need some kind of check on that.
Yeah, perception or investigation as you're giving the altar a once-over. Yeah, you don't... now, as for Barlin, what is the investigation for? It's for the candle, right?
What's for the candle?